Hello guys, welcome to my channel again. Thank you for the views I got from the last video. I will be making these videos every week, so every Sundays I will upload new videos, so stay tuned for that. My name is Oreoluwa, and just like I introducing myself, I'm making these videos to help people out there that are going through breakups or Christian dating, relationship, Christianity journey, your faith journey, things like that. Any topic you want me to cover, feel free to drop it at the comment section. And here's the video for today. So the video for today, I'll be talking about the science of breakups. I know that you guys are probably wondering, like, what is the science behind breakup? Maybe you're not wondering. Maybe you got this video by accident, but I have faith that there's nothing that's accident in this world. God doesn't plan things by accident, and there's no mistakes. So you watching this video might be a sign, who knows, or not. You know, just stick to the end, okay? So, the title for this video is, like I said, the science of breakups. I will be covering. You're probably wondering why I will be why I'm covering breakups specifically. I think because for me, when I was going through my breakup, I was going online for other videos, but I couldn't find a lot of Christian-based breakup videos. So I told myself, I said, once I get better and once I know I've healed from this breakup, I will make videos to help people like me out there and kind of condense what I've learned in my journey and what I've learned from other people, experiences I've shared with me and share with the other people out in the world, because I know this will help somebody out there. So yeah, here's the main video now. Sorry for the babbling. So yes, so the science of breakups. If you haven't watched my first video, please go do so. It's the video before this one. It's about breakups, but this is going to be science-based. I am a counselor. I'm a counselor. My first degree was in counseling psychology. Some of the things I would say might also be from a perspective of a counselor, a psychologist also. So you get in 2-for-1, Christian-based advice and Christian-based psychology. So the first thing I would want to talk about is that the first point is that breakup, when you were dating or when you're in love, your brain releases some chemicals. It's like dopamine. I know what I'm pretty sure you guys might not know what it is. So if you do, code for you. So dopamine is a happy hormone. It makes you happy. You're in the sky. You're happy. When you fall in love with a person, your brain releases this dopamine. You're high. You're in heavens. You're kind of in your clouds because you're so happy because someone loves you, and that release, your brain stimulates that hormone, and you were so happy. And when you hug them or kiss them or whatever sexual things you do, not even sexual, hugging them actually, holding their hands, things like that, non-sexual things also, your brain can release oxytocin. These are like maternal hormones, body hormones, attachment hormones. They make you attach to that person, they bond to that person. That is why, step aside, as a child of God, Christian dating, I would highly recommend you guard yourself physically. Although you can't really, because dating is like a gamble, honestly. Like, you will still hurt in a way, no matter how guarded you are. Because if you're too guarded, you might not be able to fully love them. So I think either way, you still get hurt by, things like that. But if you can, keep physical things to be a minimum, or rather still in a godly way. So that way, even if, things don't work out, you would have some kind of not too much attachment to work with. So that's the science behind that. So that's why you're happy in your love. And then comes the breakup. And when the breakup happens, your brain is in shock, right? You would have to go through 5 stages of truth, like 5 stages of processing of that pain. The first one is denial, right? First stage is denial. So what happened is, when you broke up with that person, you're suffering from a withdrawal symptom, just like an addict to a drug or to a chemical or to your brain is trying to get that, that it from that person, and you don't get it, and it doesn't get it. Like, oh, what's going on? So your brain goes through this withdrawal symptoms, and you so that pain you feel, that shock you feel, the chemical behind it is just, I'm sorry, it's not that deep. It's just that your brain is just trying to get their hit. That's it. I know it's weird, but honestly, it's chemical based. You're trying to deny that pain, and you're going from withdrawal symptoms, And what I would say is about that is just sit in that pain. Don't deny that pain. I think one of the worst things you can ever do to yourself is numb that pain with something else, with your TV shows, or like with your friends, or with alcohol, or with sex, or with trying to talk to somebody else, or porn, or food, or there's so many things we can use to hide that pain. But I will highly recommend or highly suggest that you sit in that pain, because to you, you might be wondering, why is this so hurtful? Especially if you love that person or you trusted them that much. The chemical behind it is that your body is suffering withdrawal symptoms from that person. And usually it will take about 60 days, which is about 11 to 12 weeks, I think. I don't know if my math is correct. Does that sound right? 3 months, sorry, 3 months, yeah. It take about 3 months for you to get over that person. So if you broke up with a person and you're in so much pain, I would highly recommend that you give yourself 3 months of no contact with them, right? If you go to the same church, I would highly recommend you go to a different service if you can, if your church has 2 services, or better still, find a way not to see them for 3 months. If you follow them on social media, I would recommend you unfollow them or mute them. Like I would always say, you are single now. You shouldn't care about what they feel either way. You should be you. You are the most important thing. So if you can block them, please block them. That's what I did. Because when I was, if you can explain to them, because I told the person I was dating then that I will block you on social media and on my phone because I don't want to be in contact with you, and they were fine with it. I'm sure they were happy with it actually, or I don't know, it doesn't matter to them anymore. But I had to explain to them I would love to not be in contact with you as much as I can. Forever actually, I don't want to talk to you again. Not because I don't forgive them or anything like that. It's just because I don't want to leave doors open for any kind of attachment, because I don't want to meet somebody else or date somebody else and then they know I'm in contact with my ex. It just doesn't sound healthy. So why would I want to be in contact with them? It just, unless if you want to be caught up with them, with 3 months, that's what I'm trying to say. 3 months is the good rule to wean yourself off that chemical of attachment to them. This next stage of a breakup is usually the next after you go through that denial is anger. I might have messed up the process a bit, but I'm just winging off my head right now. You were mad at them. You're trying to see why this is happening, or why this is not fair, or blah 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 blah, and then you're so mad at God. Like that, I was mad at God. I was mad at my family for not telling me about this person. Why didn't you tell me he's like a good person, or blah, blah. And they were a good person actually. They were not a bad person, but because you were in so much pain, you just want to get mad at someone. And if you can, and that's when you should that is when I would highly recommend you study book of Romans. I think it's Romans 6 that says that there's no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. Or better still, go through the book of Romans. It talks about grace and grace. That's when you should give yourself so much grace, because we need grace and God is grace, and you should accept that grace. So if you can, I would highly recommend that you do so. You find a means to actually sit still and actually process that anger. Don't transfer it to somebody else. You might transfer it to somebody else. You might make mistakes, but the point of all of this is that you keep trying despite the mistakes you make. You keep going for that end goal. And if during this process that person reaches out to you, maybe they want to talk about it, or they want to process things, or they want to take you back, I would highly recommend you wait 3 months. Why? Because 1, you want to see clearly if truly you're not going back because you want to go through that pain. 2, you don't want to go back because they don't want to face that pain. 3, you don't want to go back and then they find out, oh, I don't want to do this anymore, and then you are in worse pain. So I recommend you wait at least 3 months. Even if you want to start over again, tell them if they really care about you and they want to do that, start that relationship again. Ask them to wait for you 3 months, and then you guys can talk about it and process things and go through it in a godly way. Look for mentors, look for people that will take you accountable, things like that, blah, blah, blah. I'll cover it in another video next time. This video might be a bit too long than I planned for, but I figured I would make part 2 maybe next Sunday. Like I said, I'm making weekly updates. And then the next thing is bargaining. So here's the part where you want to bargain. You want to see if you could, compromise on your values. You really want them in your life, and you really want things to work, and you're trying to call them. Guys, don't stalk them. don't stalk them on social media. Don't do it. I know it's so tempting, but don't do it. I would highly recommend that you find a way to get off social media totally if you cannot control yourself. I would highly recommend it because it helps, honestly. If you can, delete your apps on your phone. At least if you want to check them out, you have to go to install and go check. Like, it's just too much work. You get what I'm saying? So if you can, delete the apps that you would use to talk to them, so that way you wouldn't have, because that stage of bargaining, you're trying to cut off that pain. And just like I said, this pain is just a chemical withdrawal from the hormones that you get from them. This is the point where I recommend you change your ringtones. Like I said before, if you watch my other video, I probably mentioned a tiny bit. Your ringtones has been programmed to respond to that, to, like, you know how you program a ringtone to that person, right? You can change your ringtones. They are very helpful. You'll be surprised. They're very helpful. Change the structure of your phone a bit. Like if there's an app you used to talk to them a lot, maybe messaging or Instagram or Snapchat, whatever that app is, if you can rearrange it on your phone, pull it out of like the back fidget back. If you can, change your screensaver, change your background photo, just change something. If you guys got like gifts together, like you got the gift from them, if you can, return it back, or give it to somebody else, or trash it. At this point in time, you should learn to cut off material things that remind you of them, gifts you got from them, throw it away. Like, you don't need it either way, because you want to heal in a way. What I always say is, do you want to heal or do you want to stay there? It's a journey. It's a process. You have to keep fighting for that. This is just the first 3 months, honestly. We're not even going to the later stages of breakup. So this is the point where you have to rearrange your phone, rearrange your ringtones, change your messaging system, change background pictures, throw away gifts. And then the next thing you're going to do is make a list of things that you didn't like about that relationship. So this part, I did it well, but I did it too well. I think what I would recommend is you make a list of pros and cons, right? You make a pro list of things they did that were really bad. And you don't have to look for a lot of flags, like red flags. You don't have to collect red flags. These red flags were things that went wrong in the relationship from the beginning. Start from the beginning, from when you guys met, day one. Write it out. Everything you can remember. If you can remember, even if it's just one point you have, write it down. Whatever led to relationship breakup, write it down. Everything, whatever triggered you guys to break up, write it down. It would help you, I promise. Because when you get to that point of bargaining, your brain just selectively chooses to remember stuff. It's crazy. Your brain will just blink out the stuff that it doesn't want to hear or see, because it's trying to protect itself. The way God made us, He made us in a way that we have a flight or fight response to things, right? It's called reflex actions, where you delete things from your brain. Like, honestly, scientists have said that you can't really trust your memories that much, because your memories are distorted by time, by emotions, by smell, by feelings at that moment. So I recommend you logically write. If you don't have enough on your list, ask your friends, like, what do you notice about him or how about her that you guys couldn't tell me about when we're dating? Write them down, okay? And once you have that pros, cons, I don't know which one to say, I'm sorry. Once you have the bad things that happened, write down the good stuff that happened. Now, the good stuff that happened, you will need to keep it for a future purpose, okay? You don't need it now. But the ones, times you're trying to bargain, times you're going to go back to that list of negative things, right? Write down negative things relationship that you didn't like. Start going to them like, okay, he did this, he was a liar, or he was a cheater, or he didn't believe in God, or he was. I'm just giving you a list. No, I'm just giving you a inspirational word right now. He had bad breath, or just saying. That can be a thing also, but anything that you knew it wasn't healthy. Things like major things like he wasn't responsible, he wasn't committed, she wasn't faithful, she wasn't loyal, she was talking to other people, he was talking to other people, he was watching porn, or he was doing this, or she was watching porn. Anything that they wrote down, anything that you knew was things that wouldn't work for you. Or they didn't believe in God, they didn't believe in the Holy Spirit, they didn't believe in this, they didn't have the same values. Write it all down. And once you write it all down, the times that you're trying to bargain, go back to that list. Go back to that list and read it. Tell yourself, okay, I cannot go back because this is still there. And if they don't change, I can go back. And here's the catch, my fellow people. People don't change. Especially men don't change. A woman can change for a man sometimes if she doesn't love, but a man will never change for a woman unless he is internally motivated. If a man is not motivated from his inside out, if he's not triggered by himself, he can never change for anybody. Any change you see in a man before dating, before marriage, might be because he wants to be with you. I'm not being evil right now or being toxic or anything like that. From what I've seen, from science, from facts, from experience, from counseling, all those kind of things, science have seen that men are motivated more by their internal things, not external things. That's why you shouldn't try. That's why if you're dating somebody, you're thinking, oh, I will change him this way, change him that way. It really doesn't work like that. I'm sorry to bust your bubble right there. I know it's sad, right? But yeah, here's the fact. You really can't change people that much. People have to be changed from the inside out, men, male or female. So try as hard as you can to realize that this is the reality I'm working with, this is the logic I'm working with, and I'm going to stick with this. So the next few steps I will cover next week because I don't want to make the video too long already. But I know I know that I don't know who's going to watch this. I hope my video makes you well because I'm genuinely making this because I want to help people. I don't even care about the views. You see, I didn't even mention, like, I'm doing this because I really want to help people. I've been through that pain and I know how hard it is. And I know there's not enough information on the internet for Christian dating because most of what we see is worldly dating and ungodly dating. But if you're a Christian, even if you're non-Christian, please stick around and watch these videos. And I will post more on Sundays. Like always, don't forget to share, to like, and to subscribe. I'll see you guys later on. Bye.